one more example altogether here. Starting off by completing the square, same as always. First step, subtracting 17 from both sides. So we get y minus 17 is equal to x squared minus 8x. Connor, what do I need to add to both sides?
Plus 16 again.
Plus 16. So this is ending up looking kind of similar to the last one.
Again.
So this becomes y minus 1. And this factors to x minus 4 quantity squared. So we're done completing the square. Again, this is where I break off into two sections. One section to find the vertex, another section to find my zeros. So for finding the vertex, all I need to do is move this one over. So we get y is equal to x minus 4 quantity squared plus 1. So Ethan, where is my vertex going to be?
Can you put the plus 1 in? Plus 1. Yeah, no, that's plus 1.
4 and 1. Very good. So when I go to graph this over 4 up 1, there's my vertex.
Oh, that makes sense.
Question?
No.
No, got it.
You just put it on the other side.
So now here, when we say y equals 0, we're going to solve for my zeros. Y is 0, all we're left with is the negative 1 equal to x minus 4 squared. So what would your next step be?
Shouldn't you multiply by negative 1? Or
Can you square root it? Can you square root it at 0?
So we're trying to take the square root of both sides here. Someone suggests if I multiply by negative 1. Problem is if you do that, then this side will become negative. So really, any way you
But
slice
negative
it,
x minus 4 times negative x minus 4 is still going to be positive. X
but
squared.
it's squared.
Yeah,
so
so
when we
if you were
multiply
to-
by negative 1, it'll become negative.
Okay.
So long story short,
What's the problem?
square root both sides. We're trying to take the square root of a negative number. That tells us we have no real solutions.
oh,
That's it?
So do I have any zeros? Do I have any places where my graph crosses the x-axis?
so it's a straight line.
It's not a straight line. It's still a parabola, and it still has a vertex here.
Is it going to go above?
It's going to go up.
Oh.
It
So
can't
this
cross
one
the
there.
x-axis, so the only thing left for it to do is go this way. Whoop.
Because it can't go across.
And it can't go across. It has no solutions, but it can go up.
Yeah, but you can't. Oh, can you get your plus? Oh, you use that point. You use that point.
So where is this graph positive? Where is it above the x-axis? Everywhere. This whole entire thing is above the x-axis.
So negative infinity, infinity.
So negative infinity to infinity. The whole thing is
And
positive.
then for negative, there's none.
Negative is nowhere. It's always positive. It's a
So no-
happy smiley
Did you
face.
say no
Can you
real
just put not
solutions?
available?
I would just write
Not.
none. You could write none. You could write not applicable.
Good.
Go choice.
That's the name.
I don't, so how do you, I'm confused of how you can even graph that.
Okay? So
Can't do this.
you know the vertex is here at 4, 1. Right? And we also know that it has no real solutions, which means it never crosses the x-axis. So if I try to make it go down at all, I'm going to cross the x-axis. So it can't go down. It can't even really go sideways because eventually it's going to have to curve down. So I just draw a parabola that opens up. The exact shape doesn't really matter. I just know that it starts here and goes upward.
But wouldn't there just be no graph because there's still x and y values?
Go link.
There's graph, just not graph where y equals 0.
Yeah, that's easy.
There's graph up here, there's nothing down here.
Wait for energy to like wait. You just have to decide to do an extra step.